How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Southside Archer Park and tonight's competition between our friends from New Haven, the New Haven Lady Bulldogs, and your Southside Archers. Beautiful sight with the officials from the IHSAA bringing out the two squads to start off with the starting lineups. Once again, on behalf of our principal, Mr. Carlton Mabel, and Mr. Tim Burton, we welcome you here this evening. We'll start off with our visitors from New Haven. The starters include number 3, a junior, Adia Wolf. Number 4, a junior, Isabel Nooner. Number 5, a freshman, Alexis Grossman. Number 6, a junior, Megan Baker. Number 9, a freshman, Savannah Munkensturm. Number 10, a junior, Erica Miller. Number 23, a junior, Courtney Schaefer. Number 14, a sophomore, Lyric Barva McCartney. Number 15, a freshman, Madison McGuire. Number 22, a junior, Gabby Schuler. And number 20, a junior, Emily Bricker. The coaches for the Bulldogs are Kevin Weatherby and Eric Lozer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your starters for your Southside Archers. We have number 1, a senior, Kira Clepton. Number 3, a freshman, Narika Maldonado. Number 4, a senior, Nadia Gonzalez. Number 7, a junior, Weldy Biagran. Number 8, a senior, one of the captains, Olivia Vossmeyer. Number 9, a junior, Vanessa Murillo. Number 11, a senior, one of the captains, Ruby Flores. Next up, number 14, a junior, Cindy Biagran. Number 16, a freshman, Merle Marios. Number 20, a senior, Carolyn Gonzalez. And rounding out the lineup for the Archers in between the pipes, number 23, senior, Darshana Nathan. The Archers are coached by Kyra Thompson and Henry Beasley. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would turn now your attention to the Stars and Stripes that's flying above the south end zone, past that goal, and we'll play now the Star Spangled Banner. right, ladies and gentlemen, we encourage you tonight to be enthusiastic fans supporting both of these teams. We encourage you to be good sports, not only to the fans in the stands, but to the officials assigned to us by the IHSAA, and of course, to the players here on the pitch. Well, fans, for those that are watching this at home or perhaps on the road on SummitCitySports.com, my name is Michael Mortensen. I'll be your broadcaster this evening, along with our photographer or videographer, David Mortensen. We're just thankful that you have tuned in to this broadcast, once again, sponsored not only by SummitCitySports.com, but also to Parkview Sports Medicine and Sports Center. Tonight, the Bulldogs are in their familiar purple, not only purple shorts and tops, but purple socks, white letters. The Bulldogs will be going from north to south, and the Archers in their white and Kelly green will be going from south to north. Maldonado picks it on over to to Gonzalez, then back into the defense for the Archers, who then presses it up with Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to Flores. Just getting this game started. It's a very wet field after some showers this afternoon and then some rain yesterday. So these girls are going to have to be careful to make sure they have their footing as they go to plant that left or right foot and then to shoot. The ball does go out of bounds. This field used to be a football field here at the former Elmhurst High School, and so the grade's a little steeper on the end lines as it would be for football, not as flat for soccer, so it will go out easily. But the girls, they adjust, and here we are in the Archer zone. Ball's thrown up ahead to Maldonado. She kicks it over to Barrios. Barrios has good defender on her. And then number 11, Ruby Flores, she boots it. Does get past the goalie, but it just, as you saw, just went wide. The Archers played earlier this week and just came up short in that game against Belmont, one of their sectional foes. Belmont and the Archers were tied at 1, but then Belmont exploded for 6 more goals in the second half, and the Archers only had 1. They're now in the zone, and the Archers are trying to get their offense going. Appeared to go off the New Haven player's hand, but no call. Archers throw it in, bounces off the head of Ruby Flores, and then back out again. Oftentimes it's difficult to see the numbers across the field. Hope you'll understand as you watch, especially with many of the girls having longer hair today. That kind of prohibits the view of the numbers in the back of the jerseys. Uh-oh. Goalie tries to kick it out, and she's unsuccessful, and the Archer is right there to boot that ball in the back of the goal. I'm not exactly sure of the number of who did that. Archers, who's going to take credit for that one? Number 3. Norika Maldonado, a freshman, scores. She scores at the 36 of the first half. New Haven beginning to apply pressure in the Archers zone. They're going to be called off sides. Vossmeyer kicks it up. Over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez tries to get it up to number 20, Gonzalez. Nice left foot, just goes wide of the goal. And the goalie for New Haven will have a goal kick. Goalie spying the defense and the offense, and Gonzalez gets a foot on it. But nice quick move there by the Bulldog, but it gets taken away by Ruby Flores. Flores back to Kiara Clopton. Clopton had 2 goals earlier in the week against Belmont. Clopton, give and go, up to a little bit past, but we have 2 Archers right there, and a nice play by the goalie to come out of the box. I believe that's Adia Wolf is the keeper. And she's a junior. She gobbles it up, throws it over to the defense. Then they try to get it out to number 9, Savannah Munkensturm. But the Archers steal it. Here, offsides called on the Archers. Carolyn Gonzalez just ahead of the defensive play. And so, once again, they'll put that ball down, and Wolf will try to get it out of danger. She's looking. She kicks it. And Clopton is right there in the middle to send it toward the goal. Just goes to the left, and Wolf will put it down. I don't think it actually went out of bounds, but she's seemingly putting it down as if it's a goal kick. Nooner's trying to get it around, but she was unsuccessful, and the Archers steal it. Number 16, Merle Barrios with the goal. So at the 33-42 mark, the Archers are up with a quick lead. Southside Archer goal, number 16, a freshman, Merle Barrios. 2 goals for the outside Archers, and they're both freshmen. Incidentally, folks, if you're at home and you're wondering why the announcer sounds so familiar, as well as the broadcaster, it's because I'm doing both roles, which I often do here at Southside. So hopefully that's not confusing to you. Just grateful to have this opportunity to support these athletes. Appreciate SummitCitySports.com, and you can watch these games. Make sure you tell your friends to find us on Facebook or on Twitter, and you can keep in touch with the latest Summit Athletic Conference games right here. Once again, the Archers shoot it in, and Wolf is able to stop it this time. She's surveying the defense, and she is going to punch it out with the kick. At this point, the Archers, they're using their speed. We're going to have a change in goal for New Haven, as well as number 19, Nana Del Cid, coming in for the Archers. Nada Del Cid into the game for the Archers. We have a change in goal as well for the Bulldogs. With the threat of rain all afternoon, the crowd here is not as good as it was yesterday, but thankfully you're here. That ball's going to go out at the end zone, and I think we're going to have a corner kick for the Bulldogs and number 22, Gabby Schuler. Schuler, right-footed boot. Immediately kicked back out of there by Gonzalez. And it comes back into the middle. It's kind of a scrum there. Very soft field there, but number 6, Megan Baker, turns on the speed, but it's taken away by Vossmeyer. Vossmeyer out to Del Cid, who just came into the match. She dribbles up and around. Looks like she's got some clear sailing there. Passes it up to number 4, Nadia Gonzalez. Gonzalez approached by number 4, Nooner, but she keeps it away. Now to 16, Barrios. Barrios up to Gonzalez, Del Cid. Del Cid is going to shoot with the left foot and just doesn't quite get enough juice on it. And the Bulldog goalie is going to kick that out of there. The Archers, one of their captains, Flores, kicks it now on the left-hand side of the goal. Little spin around, back into the middle. Oh, but the Nadia Gonzalez is going to be called for an offsides. 30 minutes and 13 seconds here in the first half here at Southside Archer Park on the former campus of Elmhurst High School. Overcloud day. Not as warm as it has been, but still very humid with all this moisture. The goalkeeper throws it up to number 14. That's Lyric Barva McCarty. Does end up going out of bounds, and number 16, Barrios, is going to throw it in. Now up to Flores. Flores gets pooched out of the way. And out to touch will be the Archers, number 16, Barrios. Barrios once again to Flores with a nice left kick over to Barrios. And once again, New Haven is right there to kick it out of bounds. Out to touch will be the Archers. Flores looking up again to Barrios. Barrios now to Del Cid. Kind of like a pinball machine down there right now as the Archers try to get it in a goal, but the Bulldogs are bulldogish in their defense. Sets up a goal kick for New Haven. Touched by number 20, Emily Bricker. But once again, the Archers come up with it. Kiara Clopton. Clopton boots it up, but it's intercepted. Now back to the Archer defense. Looks like number 9, Murillo, but it goes out of bounds, and out to touch will be New Haven. 28-19 left in the first half. The Archers are up 2-0 early on goals by freshmen Narika Maldonado and Merle Barrios at the 33-42 mark. Archers are going up on the right-hand side. Oh, they thought it might go out, it didn't. So Gonzalez kicks it right on goal, and a nice stop by the New Haven goalie. That was a hard shot. She throws it out of there up to number 20, Emily Bricker. Bricker kicks it upfield, but it's stopped, but then regained in possession by number 9, Savannah Munkenstrom. A nice defense, collapsing defense. And here comes Darshana Nathan, the senior, the 3-star athlete for the Archers. She plays soccer, basketball, and softball. Murillo's back there to punch it out. Vossmeyer is going to try to get it away, but boy, they can't run very hard or they'll slip in that section of the field. Appears to be a handball, and Vossmeyer is going to kick it up. It ricochets off the New Haven player. Vossmeyer in there along with Lyric, Barva, McCartney. Now it's up to number 11, Flores. Flores to Gonzalez. Gonzalez over to Del Cid. Little fancy footwork there by Del Cid over to Flores. And we'll start it again with Vossmeyer passing it up to Del Cid. Take it away. The referee thought about calling a foul, but he put that whistle back in his pocket. Vossmeyer back to chase it down. And up there on the right-hand side to number 20, Carolyn Gonzalez. But the defense is there for the Bulldogs, number 23, I believe. Back in the middle. And Gonzalez is going to take control. Just kind of slowly go upfield, passes a couple players, punches it all the way up to the front. We'll see what happens here. Ooh, there was a quickly approaching Carolyn Gonzalez, but the New Haven player was able to get it out just in time. Ball's going to be out to touch, and the Archers are going to throw it in. That's Murillo on the far right-hand side. Tries to get it to Clopton. It's taken away by number 14, Barva McCartney. Now to Del Cid.
There you go, Purple.
Del Cid back to Murillo. And let's see, it's going to be out of bounds, and out to touch will be the Bulldogs. They're now racing toward the goal, and it's just taken away by Vossmeyer in a nice play. Zoe Hatfield was charging forward, I believe, and just taken away. Now we're on the other side of the field where the Archers and a Bulldog player are passing it back and forth to each other, essentially. Nice defensive play by Nooner. Nooner gets it back up, and then Clopton steps in front, looking maybe to cross. Nice shot on goal, and the goalie's there, and wow, talk about great effort. Ricocheted off a few players, and finally Nadia Gonzalez punched that ball in. Nadia's a senior. Ladies and gentlemen, scoring at the 24:06 mark, senior number 4, Nadia Gonzalez. So the Archers have a 3-0 lead here on the Bulldogs. And they are being aggressive and quick, and have worked hard to get these 3 goals. Just past number 22, Gabby Schuler, but she runs back, catches it up, comes over here, now kicks it along the sidelines up to her partner, Megan Baker. Baker tries to kick it up, but it's taken away, this time by Murillo. Murillo loses it, but now Baker's going to be running down the sidelines as the Archers give chase. She quite can't get it centered because the nice play by Vanessa Murillo, and I believe that's going to set up a corner kick for the Bulldogs. Once again, fans, follow SummitCitySports.com at 260 Sports. You can also like us on Facebook at Summit City Sports, or be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Summit City sports. We'll be broadcasting a lot of football, volleyball, basketball, even some golf this year, and are really pleased to be able to bring to you this contest today, as well as others. A sport that oftentimes is not covered. So we're thankful again for Parkview Sports Medicine and their sponsorship of this game tonight. Nice play to keep it in play, number 15, Nanele Cardenas. Cardenas is working to get it out. Left foot by Cindy Biagran. And finally it goes out and it belongs to the Bulldogs. Emily Brickner is going to throw it in. And it's going to go out of bounds on the far end, and it's going to become a goal kick for the Archers. 21:58 left in the first half. We have substitution coming across the field. We'll see if we can catch her number. Into the match for the Bulldogs, number 25, Allison Dibble. Oh, handball is going to be called, or a trap underneath the arm on Kiera Clopton. Kiera's a senior and one of the most, one of the best offensive threats for the Archers. Bulldogs kick it in, right in that mud zone. And Flores kicks it down the field where the defense is there to punch it back. Madison McGuire puts her foot on it. And then over to number 8, Zoe Hatfield. Oh, I apologize. That's Savannah Munkenstrom. And yet the Archers are there, Bosmeyer, to get it out. Fans are getting excited as the ball gets close to the Bulldog goal. Love it when the fans come out to support the players, even when the weather looks somewhat inclement. Oh, a nice kick toward the goal, but Darshana Nathan is just right there. 2 thumbs up from both New Haven coaches, Kevin Weatherby and Eric Loser. Loser is actually spelled L-O-S-E-R, but he made sure that I knew it was Lozier and not Loser. Little swing and a miss there by number 15, Madison McGuire. Now here we come again. Nadia Gonzalez looking to center it. She kicks it over. It's going to go through the crease. And a nice aggressive move by Kiera Clopton. The goalie, though, keeps working, and she gets it out, clears it up to number 20, Emily Bricker. Cardenas with the nice leg wrap there. Knocks it out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will touch or throw it in. Nice stretch for Weldy Biagran, but once again it goes out of bounds. So number 20, Emily Bricker, will throw it in. Nice throw over the defense, and there's number 23 advancing it. That's Courtney Schaefer. Goes out of bounds. Throws it in. Biagran gets it out of danger, but oh, nice kick. Could be. Oh, nice play. That was a beautiful kick by number 22 for, that's Gabby Schuler, but Darshana Nathan right on the line was able to haul it in and get it out of danger. Flores up the right-hand side. She's looking, see where she can cross. Lofts it up, and we'll see what Clopton can do on the with her speed. And sure enough, she shoots and scores! Archer goal by Kiera Clopton. Clopton scores at 18-14 And nice assist there, I believe, by Flores. And the Archers have a 4-0 lead. Excuse me, 4-0. Have to get the right sport here. Flores and number 25, Dibble, fight for the ball. Now they'll go the other way. Stephanie Mendoza, she's protecting that ball with her backside. And Flores once again punches it up, seeing if she can do a duplicate of this last play with Kiera Clopton. Clopton's looking to center, but she just turns around, possibly passing it back to number 10, Mendoza. Mendoza does a little give and go. Clopton still looking in the middle. There she is, number 9, Veressa Murillo, but it goes to the right of the goal. Let's set up a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs are taking their time. 17:03 left in the first half. Nice kick to get it out of danger. Up to number 14, Lyric Barva McCartney. Now back all the way through the defense, but Bossmeyer's there to kick it out of danger. The official's going to call I believe a foul. That's going to set up a free kick. The referee is explaining it to either Coach Thompson or Coach Beasley, what he saw, and it's going to set up a free kick. Barva is going to kick, and once again, Darshana Nathan is there to scoop it up and get that out. Nice boot by Nathan up to Kiera Clopton, a fellow senior. Now back to number 15, Cardenas. Cardenas has it intercepted by Dibble. Dibble drives it up, but she stopped there by the play of Mendoza. Kiera Clopton gets a hold of it again, though, and here we go. Oh, and they're going to call it offsides. Just offsides by Flores. She had a lot of green in front of her, but just maybe a step too fast, and the advantage was given to the Archers, and so they had to pull it back where the Bulldogs will have their free kick once again by number 22, Gabby Schuler. Schuler strikes it and goes up to number 6, Megan Baker, but the Archers are there. Flores once again, she kicks it up. A little back and forth. Running now to get it, number 10, Mendoza, but it goes out of bounds, out to touch, and the Bulldogs will throw it in. Got two players coming in, one for the Archers. Number 13, Bianca Guzman in for the Archers. Not see the number for New Haven. Oh my, Flora, she gets that ball way up in the air. Now to number 10, Stephanie Mendoza, who's trying to keep it away from the Bulldog, but ends up going out of bounds, out to touch. The Bulldogs throw it in. Victoria Magana recently into the game for the Archers. She has it taken away. She was working hard, but it just taken away. Dibbles coming up the side, and then a big swift kick by number 14, Cindy Biagran. The Archers like to use what I believe they call a form of a trap, where they bring up their defensive players. Makes it difficult sometimes for teams that are not as fast as they are. And it's working again here tonight. 13:28 left in this first half with the Archers up 4-0. Lyric Barva McCartney throws it in. Once again, great hustle by Mendoza, but it does go out of bounds. Out to touch to New Haven. Flores is trying to protect that ball and get it out of danger, and it goes off of the New Haven player. I believe that was number 14, Lyric Barva McCartney. 2 Archers into the lineup. Substitutions for the Archers. Number 20, Carolyn Gonzalez. And then I believe it's number 5, Lamaya Threats, into the Archer lineup. 12:28 here at Southside Archer Park, where the Archers are up 4-0 against the Bulldogs from New Haven. Out to touch for the Bulldogs. Throws it in. Gonzalez tries to get it, but just comes up short. But her goalie was back there, Darshana Nathan, to kick it out. Kind of makes me feel old, but Darshana's sister, Dee Dee, and I went to high school together. Dee Dee ended up being an Olympian, and I ended up not being one, but I do enjoy calling these games. Archers have it at the middle of the pitch. Stephanie Mendoza fights for it against Dibble along that side, but it's going to go out to touch to New Haven. New Haven gets it in quickly. And number 10, Erica Miller, is there. But once again, the Archers' defense turns it away. Cindy Biagran with a nice boot out of bounds. Out to touch, where number 22, Gabby Schuler, is going to throw the ball back into play. 11:18 on the clock. One of the Archers got a little head on it, but ended up needing a little bit more assistance to get out of bounds, and that's Cindy Biagran. And we have 2 substitutions coming in. We'll try to see if we can get numbers on these 2 ladies that are coming in. We have number 9, Savannah Munkenstrom, in for the Bulldogs. Up to Biagran. Biagran over to number 20, Gonzalez. Back to number 7, Biagran. I believe there's sisters here. And the Bulldogs will kick it out of bounds. So out to touch will be number 3, Narika Maldonado, who will be throwing it in. Throws it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to Biagran. Biagran up to Flores. Flores tries to get it up to Gonzalez. Savannah Munkenstrom makes it tough on her and ends up going back the other way. But fortunately for the Archers, Bossmeyer is back there to kick it out of danger. Archers are trying to get it past that defense, trying to lift the ball over the defensive players and then to advance. Don't quite do it, but here they keep still charging ahead. Narika Maldonado, a freshman, now over to Flores. Flores had an assist earlier. She's going to probably kick it into the middle, I'm guessing. Oh, right through the legs of the Bulldog player, and a nice left shot, but incredible save by the keeper for New Haven. Boy, there's a lot of traffic down there on that last kick, and that keeper just rose to the occasion and plopped that or grabbed that ball. So, and here we have 2 more players that look like they are going to be entering the contest. We have number 2 coming in for the Bulldogs. And number 4, Nadia Gonzalez for the Archers. 8:16 left in the first half. Referee is going to ask that they give it to the Archers, saying she didn't throw it up over her head. Gonzalez is going to be quick to get that in. Throws it up to number 6, Magana. Magana back to number 13, Guzman. Guzman back to Magana. Magana is taken down, no call. Ball's going to go out of bounds, out to touch. And once again, Nadia Gonzalez quick to throw it in. Gonzalez kicks it up into the right-hand corner, and the Archers are going to be called offsides. I think that was Lamaya Threats that will be called for the offsides, and the Bulldogs pulled their own trap, I guess, or the Archers were too fast for their own good. 7:20 left in the first half. Archers up 4-0 here at Southside Archer Park on the campus of Elmhurst High School, the former Elmhurst. Oh, nice powerful play by number 23, Courtney Schaefer. Now to number 14, Lyric Barva McCartney. Now up on the left-hand side and hustling down is Savannah Munkensturm. But Darshana Nathan is there to pick it up and get it out. Nice high kick coming to Magana. Magana's chasing it down. She gets it from going out of bounds. Ends up that one of the players lands on her backside, and number 2, I'm not quite sure who number 2 is in this match, but she's there to help her teammates. Substitution for the Archers. Back into the lineup, Nana Del Cid. And for New Haven, number 15, Madison McGuire. Uh-oh. Throws it out to number 4, Nooner. Nooner has it slip past. And now here comes Gonzalez for the Archers, trying to head on down that center, or that right side, looking to center it. She has a nice kick on goal, but it just goes to the right. And with 5:35 left in the first half, they'll have a goal kick on the north side. Things settled down here toward the latter part of the first half. The Archers been slowed down, not scoring like they had been earlier in the game. Once again, Gonzalez, nice shot on goal, but the goalie for New Haven's right there to scoop it up, and she'll either kick it or throw it out of danger. She chooses to kick it up on the left-hand side to number 15, Madison McGuire. McGuire pops it up in the middle, and here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez is, tries to, she had the players, she just couldn't get it over to them. She shoots it on goal, but comes up short as the goalie for New Haven's right there. Once again, Flores, that's Biagran. She kicks it up to, nice save by Gonzalez, or by the goalie. Gonzalez is right on top of her, but she stuck her paws in there and was able to protect from having another goal. Nice left kick up the field for the Archers by Cindy Biagran, but it goes out to touch where Nooner will throw it in. Intercepted by Del Cid. Del Cid's taking it to the center. She's, an amazing goal by number 20 on the rebound. That's Carolyn Gonzalez. Ladies and gentlemen, the goal scored on the rebound by number 20, Carolyn Gonzalez. That was scored at the 3:43 mark. The Archers are now up 5-0 on the Bulldogs. Hard shot set up that goal as it ricocheted off the goalie and back out to Gonzalez, and she just tucked it in. Narika Maldonado, freshman, already scored 1 goal, her first goal of the season. Out to Gonzalez, a little shoulder bump. Here comes Villagran. Villagran over to Del Cid. Del Cid trying to slide it through between the defender, but the defense was right there for the Bulldogs to get it out. Once again, the Archers try to set it up. Here comes Maldonado, chased down by number 2. Now up to number 5, Threats. Threats is pushing forward, and it just goes wide with 2:45 left in the half. New Haven will have a goal kick now, and she'll see if she can find a hole to get that ball out. Chooses to go up on the left-hand side, and yet Gonzalez is right there with the big right foot and into the corner for her second goal of the game. Carolyn Gonzalez with her second goal of the game at the 2:13 mark for the Archers. The Archers are now leading 6-0 here at Archer Park. New Haven's going to have to find some way to slow down these Archers. They're on fire today. Referee starts the clock again. Weldy Villagran gets it taken away by number 2. Then over to number 23, Courtney Schaefer. It's stopped and kicked out of there. Now number 7, I believe, Villagran, or maybe that was Maldonado, kicks it up to Magana. Magana over to Del Cid. Del Cid is on the run again. Jean being chased down by Nooner, kicks it over to the left-hand side, goes past the goalie, but fortunately for the Bulldogs, it heads out of bounds, and it's going to be another goal kick with 1:23 left here in the first half. If you're listening to today's broadcast, make sure you tell others about SummitCitySports.com so that they can tune in as well on these broadcasts that are on tape delay. Tomorrow night I'll be at Southside High School when the Archers will take on the Concordia Cadets at Jack Weicker Stadium, and that game as well will be broadcast on SummitCitySports.com. Sponsored by Parkview Sports Medicine and Sports Center. Bulldogs get it in, and again the Archers are aggressive. Cindy Villagran sends it all the way down, but offsides is going to be called. If the middle referee sees it, he doesn't, but it goes to the goalie, so they're just going to let play continue with 17 seconds in the first half, and I'll be announcing the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, this brings us to the end of the first half, and the Archers have commanding 6-0 lead over the Bulldogs. As we take this halftime break, let me tell you a little bit about Sports Center It's Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer offering equipment rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and or answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center is located at 5511 Coventry Lane on the southwest side of Fort Wayne. I know I've used them with 2 of my girls for their letter jackets and been very pleased. So once again, thanks to Sports Center for their sponsorship of tonight's contest, as well as Parkview Sports Medicine. They are proud supporters of Fort Wayne athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Well, we're going to take a short break, and once we resume, we'll have the play-by-play for the second half action here of the Bulldogs versus the Archers here at Southside Archer Park. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you had an opportunity to get a little snack or a beverage. Come back and watch the second half action of the Bulldogs and the Archers. Bulldogs have dug themselves in a little hole, and 6-0 here at Southside Archer Park. The Archers have been very aggressive and have used their speed to get that ball up and over the Bulldogs. So it'll be interesting to see how they respond. Now up to Flores. Flores over to number 10, Mendoza. Mendoza back to Clopton. Now up to Flores, who looks across the field, does a little fancy footwork, gets it over to Cardenas. All the way out to the other side of the field, where Erica Miller is going to put some pressure on the Archers, but the Archers regain possession. A little back and forth. Back to the senior Vossmeyer. Has been getting a lot of action there as sweeper. She kicks it out of bounds, so out to touch will be the Bulldogs, who will throw it in right into the chest of Vanessa Murillo. Out to touch, and New Haven's ball. Number 23, Courtney Stauffer. Actually, Schaefer throws it in. Flores over to the right-hand side and back to Kiara Clopton. Trying some of these nice short passes. Number 16, Barrios. Back to Clopton. Now to Flores. 2 captains. A little give and go. Drives around the New Haven Bulldog. Now looking for someone to center it to. Flores. Back to Clopton. Now in the middle of the field, where number 12, Dolores Juarez, takes it, kick back, out, and by Vossmeyer, and it's out to touch for the Bulldogs. And number 9, that's Savannah Munkensturm. Flores boots it all the way up. Number 15, Madison McGuire's back. And then big boot by Cindy Biagram. She's going to be chased down by Cardenas. Mendoza gets her foot in there. And once again, number 9, Munkensturm, kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be thrown back in by the Archers. Cardenas, nice use of the head by Mendoza, but it goes back to New Haven's Alexis Grossman. Nice scrum in the middle as they try to advance the ball forward, but it's going to end up in the hands of actually in the feet of Murillo. takes it up on the left-hand side. Cardenas is going to keep it from going out. Goes up the left-hand side. Now back. Try to get it back to Clopton, but it goes out to touch, and it'll be long to the Bulldogs with 36-17 left here in the second half, with the Archers up 6-0. New Haven's working hard to get that ball up. Dibble just touches it out of bounds, out to touch. Actually went off the Archer player, and so the Bulldogs throw it up. And now back into the center of the field, where the Archers once again gain possession. Flores over to Clopton. Clopton then over to number 10, Mendoza. Taken away just briefly. Quick feet by number 6, Megan Baker. Now back into the middle of the pitch, where Cindy Biagran takes a swipe at it, goes out to touch. Archer ball. Clopton, one of the prolific scorers for the Archers. She's already had 1 goal today. She had 2 earlier in the week on Tuesday when the Archers took on Belmont, when she was the only one to score the Archer goals that day. Nice hustle once again by Baker. Not real big, but really hustles and works hard out there. I'm sure that Weatherby enjoys watching her hustle and work so hard. Nice kick by Munkensturm to get it further down into the zone. Now 23, Courtney Stafford, she shoots. And nice hustle by Darshana Nathan, comes out and slides to stop that ball. I want to correct that. It's Courtney Schaefer. Couldn't read my own writing. Flores over to Mendoza. Mendoza back, and then back up to Flores. Flores pulls up, kicks it in the middle for Clopton. Clopton looking back over to Flores. Flores looking. Now back to the center, where a quick one-step kick over to the Barrios. Barrios then back to Flores. Flores tries to get it to Clopton, but it's taken away and kicked upfield, where number 12 for the Archers, Juarez, is quick to get it out of danger. Little push there of Clopton, but no call. Play on. Ooh, big hit right there at the middle of the pitch. And Lauscher, the coach, was wondering where the call was. We got number 15, Cardenas, taking it up that left-hand side. She's met by number 5, Alexis Grossman. Doesn't let her get her further, but they take it out to Clopton. Clopton guarded closely by 4, Nooner. Now to Flores. Back to Clopton. Big boot by number 14, Biagran. She's got a nice leg. It's going to go out to touch, where the Bulldogs are going to throw it back in with 32-38 left here in the second half, with the Archers up 6-0. Sets up corner kick for the Bulldogs. I believe that's Zoe Hatfield, who took over in goal for the Bulldogs. She kicks it, but it's out to touch to the Bulldogs. Now Clopton. Southside players are bunched up together, and so Megan Baker comes in, takes it away, kicks it up though, and it's met by Sandy Biagran for the Archers. Ball's out to touch right there by Coach Henry Beasley. might know that his son has played on the U.S. Olympic team. Both boys, both went to Southside, and both have done quite well. Out to touch. Bulldogs throw it in. Fossmeyer tries to get it out, but the Bulldogs have a rush of their own with number 6. She shoots with the left foot, but Darshana Nathan is there with the right hand, and it's going to set up a corner kick for the Bulldogs. A little excitement here at Southside Archer Park with 30:55 left in the second half. Nice corner kick, but it's booted out of there by one of the Archer defenders. Once again, Kiera Clopton up to the hustling Cardenas. Cardenas slowed down by number 5, Grossman. Now the Archers try to set it back up through the defense, come back upfield, and it gets out to touch where Munkensturm throws it in. Must be a good German name, Munkensturm. Clopton trying to keep it away from Megan Baker. Baker being somewhat pesky right after her. They kick it in, and Darshana Nathan's right there to kick it out. Nice high kick to about midfield where both the Bulldogs and the Archer player collide a little bit. It's going to go out to touch to the Southside Archers with 29:41 left in the second half. Flores gets a touch on it. So does Savannah Munkensturm.
There you go, Bill.
Lyric Brava. Whoa, wow. What a great stop on a great kick by Schaefer. There's going to be a quiver of Archers coming in. Looks like there's 5 of the Archers. We've got number 19, Nana Del Cid. We've got Lamaya Threats, among others, as well as Dolores Juarez and Victoria Magana. Magana's going to throw it in to Clopton. Clopton up to Magana. She's kicks it long and just taken away by number 22, Gabby Schuler. But Magana gets a hold of it again. There goes Del Cid. Her brothers, I believe, have all played for the Archers. Flores gets a touch on it while 22, Gabby Schuler, continues to apply pressure. Now Flores looks up to number 19, Del Cid. Del Cid gets past the defense, no offside called. Kind of gets stuck there in the mud, and Magana tries to get her foot on it, but it goes over, and it's going to be out to touch, I believe, to the Archers. Vossmeyer throws it in. Now to, and the Bulldog player kicked the ball and went right up into the face of Clopton. Number 15 working hard, McGuire for the Bulldogs. Might have a player down, and Clopton has it, but play is momentarily stopped with 27:29 left in the match. The referee is going to keep the clock going, it looks like. The player that's down is number 15, Madison McGuire. She's a freshman. Here comes the training staff from Parkview Sports Medicine. Looks like once McGuire is able to get up, if she's able to get up, it looks like number 20, Emily Bricker, is going to take her spot. Coach Kevin Weatherby is leaning down, checking on his player. The referee has indicated that he wants the clock to continue. There's 26:38 left in this second half. 6-0 in favor of the Archers. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs, they're having a little powwow down there to perhaps encourage and cheer each other on while the Bulldog player is still down. 26:05 left in the second half. Madison McGuire, she stands to her feet. Be escorted back off to the sideline where Parkview Sports Medicine, the trainer, will give a little bit more attention to her, as well as Coach Kevin Weatherby. Now 25:35 has gone off the clock, with the Archers again leading 6-0. Ball's actually going to belong to the Archers, who will have a free kick. Number 19, Del Cid. Looks like she's preparing to kick, but I wonder if Clopton's going to enter. Nope, she's heading off. So Del Cid's going to strike the ball. This free kick. Just taps it to Flores. Flores back to Del Cid. Then back to the defense to Vosmeyer. Vosmeyer almost gets it stolen by number 23, Schaefer. The Bulldogs are definitely on the attack, and nice play by Vosmeyer to get it back out of danger over to Clopton. Clopton up to number 5, Lamaya Threats, only a freshman. Nice kick off the leg of Kiara Clopton. Threats heading up the right-hand side. See if she'll center it. She's going to try to take it back to number 19, Del Cid. Goes over her foot, and then back to the other end. Crowd gets excited as Erica Miller heads down, kicks the ball. No offsides, and we've got number 23 breaking away, Schaefer, and once again, Darshana Nathan with the Superman save there. She comes out of the goal, slides, and captures that ball. Darshana's just an excellent athlete, and I know that the coaching staff for the Archers really appreciates having her senior leadership back there during a time of rebuilding for the Archers. One name I've not mentioned that must have come in a little bit earlier is Kayla Niblick. Niblick is also a freshman. She's getting a little PT today with 23:12 left on the clock, with the Archers up 6-0. Archers throw it in. Bricker tries to strike the ball, and it ends up going out of bounds. Clopton's going to throw it in. She's looking for her senior friend, Flores, but it goes just past her, and Munkensturm boots it up forward. Lyric Brava McCarty, a sophomore, she gets her foot on it, but it goes to Vosmeyer. Vosmeyer now over to number 1, Clopton. Clopton up to number 11, Ruby Flores. Flores leaves it for Clopton. Clopton surveying the field, see where she might go. Number 4, Nooner, applying a little pressure. They've got 2 defenders over there, and we're going to see what she does. Number 19 takes it, Del Cid. Archers taking it back out of the zone. Just looks like they're showing good sportsmanship. Boy, number 25, Dibble, she collided one of the Archers and went flat in a hurry. Now back over into that corner, where Clopton sends it back out of the zone, or at least out of the goal area. And they send it in, but the Bulldogs kick it out. Once again, Clopton. Now into the goal box is Flores. Flores over The Archers showing a lot of patience here as number 5, Threats, chases it down as it goes through the box. Now out of the box with the big left foot heading toward Vossmeyer, but number 10, Erica Miller, intercepts that ball. Another big boot by number 14, Cindy Biagron. Threats. Oh, nice play to keep it in. Number 6, Magana. Not real big in terms of stature, but she's aggressive and has good ball control. Nanada Sid is going to throw it in. Well, actually, she's going to give it back to Magana. Magana with the 2 pigtails, easier to pick out for a broadcaster. Up to Clopton. Clopton back to Magana. It's intercepted by number 14, Barva McCartney. It's a real slow area of the field, folks, with all the rain that we've had yesterday and today. Oh, and here we have a breakaway on number 10. Erica Miller takes it up and shoots and scores! New Haven Bulldog goal, a junior, number 10, Erica Miller. Obviously, the New Haven fans are excited about for Erica, who scores at the 20-14 mark. Now the Archers are up 6-1 with 20-14 left in the game. Doesn't matter what the score is, it's always exciting to see when a player scores and see the fans in the stands get excited for her. Magana trying to keep control of that ball while another smaller statured player, Megan Baker, tries to kick it and actually goes out to touch for the Archers, with Clopton throwing it up. Bricker is back to stop it from going farther. It does go out of bounds. Out to touch will be number 20, Emily Bricker. She'll throw it in. Gonzalez is there to pooch it up in the air to get it out of the zone. Now up to Del Cid. Del Cid over to Clopton. Clopton back to number 13, Bianca Guzman. Now Flores, who's had a lot of touches in this game. Oh, trying to get it up to Del Cid, just comes short. Oh boy. There's a little tussle there where it looked like one of the players pulled down the other. No call. They keep the play going. Now on the left-hand side, 17, Kayla Nibluck. She's running up on that side, and looks like there may be, nope. Dibble thought about staying down. She gets up. The ball goes out of bounds. And with 18:31 left in the half, actually into the game, with the Archers up 6-1, the Archers are going to throw it in. Chased down by Threats. Threats takes it back. Now Nooner kicks it up to number 14, but it's intercepted by Clopton. Clopton hits it back, then to number 23, Schaefer. Schaefer boots it up, close and out of bounds. Getting just a little bit sticky here, and a little chippy as well here at Southside Archer Park, where both teams are still working hard, but it is tiring, running and kicking and blocking when it's so warm. We're gonna have a substitution for the Archers. Looks like Flores, one of the captains. Nope, that's number 17. Nibluck is going to head out. Out the touch. The Archer's going to quickly throw it back to number 9, Vanessa Murillo. Murillo sort of runs over the other player, but it goes out of bounds. No call. Now threats up on that left-hand side, only a freshman. And once again, kind of goes down in that little valley there on the outside of the pitch. 16:33 left here in the game, with the Archers in a comfortable, commanding lead of 6-1. Back to Magana in the middle of the field, but it's taken away by Megan Baker. Savannah Munkensturm is going to take it out. Then she hands it over to number 22, Gabby Schuler. She kicks it up to number 13, Bianca Guzman, and it just goes off the feet, or off the foot of Guzman. So out to touch will be to New Haven. They have another substitution. Dibble leaves the game. I can't see the number for the new player. It looks like it might be number 11, perhaps, or 12, which would be Grace Rutenbach. Oh, actually, that's maybe that's number 18. That's Carmen Biara. I'm sorry, excuse me. .48 left in the match. New Haven throws it in. It's taken by Flores. Flores looking up to Threats, a senior to a freshman. Threats goes in the corner. She's being defended closely by a Bulldog. Now out to Clopton. Clopton's being chased down from the backside. Up over to number 12, Dolores Juarez. Juarez over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez kicks it back to the side. Now comes back to the defense. Now playing defense is Gonzalez, who already has a goal today. And once again, Baker is still hustling out there. The fans begin to cheer, "Let's go, New Haven." So it's great that they have such great fan support to encourage them, despite what the scoreboard says. Always appreciate that enthusiasm by the fans. Flores back in the middle of the pitch to fellow senior captain Clopton, over to Del Cid. Del Cid up to Flores. Flores lets the ball go through her legs and does a little foot dance. Now back to Del Cid. Del Cid to Clopton. Clopton to Flores. Will the Archers head toward the goal? Flores is up in the corner. Passes it to Clopton. Clopton give and go to Flores. And they're going to call offsides on the Archers. 13 minutes left in the match. Archers up 6-0. Excuse me, 6-1. Once again, Megan Baker gets her foot on it. Constantly been aggressive. Megan's only she's actually a junior. Now to Clopton. Clopton goes to the left. Now back to the defender, but number 10, Erica Miller, who scored that goal earlier, she's still playing aggressive. She steps in front of it. Nadia Gonzalez, she punches it out of the zone. Now number 14, Lyric Barva McCartney gets it into the Archer zone, but once again, Nadia Gonzalez is there to kick it out of bounds. Looks like we're about ready to have another quiver of archers come to the game, but before that takes place, the number 22, Gabby Schuler, is going to throw it back in. Back there is Nadia Gonzalez. Gonzalez up to Flores. Flores has a lot of green grass, so she's just going to dribble it up. Looking. Gets punched out of bounds. Now we're going to have 5 players coming in for the Archers. Got number 15, Cardenas, back in. Number 7, Weldy Biagran. Number 8, Vosmeyer, who normally plays on defense. Looks like she's going to get a little time here on the offensive end. Goes into Vosmeyer. Over to 10, but it gets taken away. Back to number 7, Biagran, who just came to the game. Over to 15, Cardenas. Cardenas up to Vosmeyer. Vosmeyer over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez down to the Archers, Clopton. Once again, they turn it back to Cardenas. Cardenas to Vosmeyer. Vosmeyer setting it up, tries to kick it back. Loses her balance, gets pushed down perhaps. And now Vosmeyer, who plays normally on defense, she wants a goal and she shoots it. But Zoe Hatfield is there with 10:16 left in the half, actually in the game. Bulldogs taking it up, but once again, Gonzalez is there as the sweeper to kick it out of play. These New Haven fans have continued to clap and cheer to help inspire their girls. Always appreciate enthusiastic fans. Out to touch for the Bulldogs. They throw it in. Nice use of the head. There's Nadia Gonzalez kicking back to the middle of the pitch. Here comes number 10, Mendoza, up to Clopton. Goes over her, and New Haven kicks it back into their own zone. 2 players collide. Number 22, Gabby Schuler, gets a piece of it. Then Nadia Gonzalez does her thing, gets it to the other side. We got Vosmeyer now over, but just past. Baker's going to pick it up, and she's going to get pushed off the play. Vosmeyer once again over here to the near side, where number 16, Barrios, kicks it up to Vosmeyer. Vosmeyer is looking for the center, kicks it in, and and the goal scored, her second of the game, by Kiera Clopton with 8:37 here in the second half. Southside Archer goal, her second goal of the game, Kiera Clopton. I'm not sure if the Archers had an away game, but if that's if they didn't, that's the second goal of this game and the 4th game of the season for the Archers. Great play on Vosmeyer with the assist to get that over to her teammate through the goal crease, and there she was to punch it in. Not much the goalie could do on that. Play resumes. There's 7:46 left in the second half. Archers up 7-1. Both the girls went up and the ball came down kind of on their knees and finally out of bounds. Out to touch. New Haven throws it in. Nice big kick by Gonzalez. Powerful leg up to Clopton. Clopton takes it back to one of the midfielders. Comes up the left-hand side. That's Murillo. Goes back to Clopton. Clopton bring it into the middle of the pitch. Up to Vossmeyer, who gave her that assist earlier. Now over to Cardenas. Cardenas is going to come on over to Merle Barrios, but it's taken away by Munkensturm. Kicked out of bounds, and it's going to be. The referees say it's going to go to the Bulldogs. Some of these girls are going to need a tied moment when they get home. Those uniforms are pretty, white uniforms especially, pretty muddy, especially here on the south side of the field. It's taken a lot of rain here this week after a pretty dry summer. Nadia Gonzalez lines it up, kicks it out to Clopton, goes past her, stopped there by Savannah Munkensturm. Nice boot by the Archer to get it up to number 10, Stephanie Mendoza. Mendoza taking it up the right side as her teammates are following her. Mendoza's face guarded by number 20, Emily Bricker. Out to touch will be the Archers. They're looking to get it in to sorry, had a little memory lapse as to who number 15 was. That's Cardenas. And here we have out to touch will be number 16, Merle Barrios. Barrios is a freshman, has one of the goals in the game. Now up to Clopton, where already has 2 goals, looking to center the pass. And the Bulldogs say, get that out of here. Out to touch, back to Cardenas. Cardenas looking, 5:03 left in the half. Up to number 10 for the Archers, shoots, and finally gets through, and Vossmeyer, the senior, gets the goal. Something rather unusual for the defender. And her first goal of the season, senior Olivia Vossmeyer at the 4:38 mark of the second half. The Archers are now leading 8-1. The officials are just allowing the clock to run. Bulldogs kick it up. Merle Barrios touches. Erica Miller, she's not ready to give up. She takes it once again to Nadia Gonzalez. Good hustle by number 6, Megan Baker, and it's going to be out to touch as we've got 2 players coming in, number 17 and number 19. 17 is Haley Johnson, a junior, and number 19 is Erica Zent. And we've got 3:38 left in the match. Archers trying to take it up the side. That little energizer bunny, Megan Baker, she's still out there hustling, getting in front of the ball and doing her best to keep others. We're going to have a stoppage in play. Kiara Clopton goes to the ground. Players showing good sportsmanship on the Bulldogs side, going down to one knee. Clopton's just kind of walking around gingerly. She's going to head off, and number 14, Cindy Biagran, is going to come back into the match for Clopton with 3:12 left in this game. This will be the last game of the week for the Archers, who have already played 2. They'll finish the week, it appears, 1-1. And they'll be back in action, I believe, next Tuesday. Nadia Gonzalez gives it a ride. Munkensturm chases it down as the Archers can close in on her. Finally, number 16, Merle Barrios, gets it, moves it over to number 14, Biagran, over to number 15, Cardenas. Cardenas goes back to the defense where they set it up. Nadia crosses it over. Now to number 7, Welty Biagran. Biagran, and then to number 16, Barrios. Barrios up to number 10, Mendoza. Mendoza in the corner, using her hips to shield the ball from Munkenkamp. Finally goes out of bounds, out to touch for the Archers. We've got 2:08 left in this match, and it's actually going to be given to the Bulldogs with just 2 minutes. And that's not Munkenkamp, it's Munkensturm. One of the more challenging names I've had this season. Only 2 or actually 3 games into the season for me. Once again, Baker up to number 2, Grace Rutenbach, taken away by number 12, Dolores Juarez. Earlier in the match, I didn't know who number 2 was, and that's because the number 1 fell off, and so it looked like 2, but it was actually number 12. 121, now 120 left in the match. Out to touch. Actually, it's not out to touch at, oh yes it is. I couldn't see, that was blocked by the referee. He wants the player to throw it back in again, moving it up just a little bit. 57 seconds here in the second game with the Archers in a comfortable position of leading 8-1. Vossmeyer gets in there, as well as Cardenas for the Archers. Continues to belong to the Bulldogs as Nooner's going to take it in. 40 seconds remaining in the game. Number 9, Murillo, gets a touch. And now the Archers throw it in. Some of those Archers are hungry still to get a goal, perhaps if they play in a different position. Once again, Megan Baker still hustling in this game. 18 seconds to go in the game. We're going to have the countdown here in just a moment. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the game with the Southside Archers in convincing fashion winning tonight 8-1 over the New Haven Bulldogs. Fans, once again, we want to thank you for joining us. We want to thank Summit City Sports and to Jeff Mahoney for his leadership in bringing this game to you. You can follow SummitCitySports.com on Twitter at 260sports. You can like us on Facebook at Summit City Sports, or you can be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We also want to thank Parkview Sports Medicine and Sports Center for their partnership in this broadcast. Please tell a friend that SummitCitySports.com is promoting and showing athletics and athletes here in the Fort Wayne community, and we're thankful for your tuning in to this broadcast. I'm Michael Mortensen. I've been your broadcaster today, along with our videographer, David Mortensen. Once again, from Southside Archer Park, thanks again for tuning in. Have a great day, and we'll see you perhaps tomorrow night when the Archers will take on the Concordia Cavaliers, excuse me, not Concordia Cavaliers, the Concordia Cadets in SIC football action. Good night. Here we are with Coach Kevin Weatherby after a tough loss. But what are some positives, or what are some things that you could tell your girls to help them in the developmental, part of the game?
Basically, they just have to keep it simple and not try to do too much. Keep it simple and work on the fundamentals, and be focused.
Sure. Were there certain players that you felt just gave you a lot of energy tonight?
I think Erica Miller and Lyric Barva, she picked it up really good in the second half, especially.
I know I was impressed with how your girls just kept on using a lot of energy. They could have gotten down, they didn't. So congratulations on at least the effort, and we wish you well in the coming season.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Here I am with one of the captains for the Southside Archers, Ruby Flores, a senior. Ruby, you were all over the field today. I called your name multiple times. What was the key to today's 8-1 win?
Like, it takes a lot of effort as a center mid to be going up and back, giving the balls, giving assists. Second half, we just did a lot of possessioning. Like, because we know how to lose, we know how it feels to lose, so we don't want to be the other team, like how they feel, so we know how to lose. So we just kept possessing second half. But yeah, like being a center mid, it takes a lot of effort and energy, being back and forth, like trying to mark up, try to bring leadership as a captain, try to just boost everybody's energy, be motivated, and yeah.
Well, congratulations on a great win and being all over the field for your team. So congratulations. We have Kiara Clopton, another one of the seniors for the Archers. Kiara, this is your senior year. What a great way to start. You're 1-1 as a team, but you've already scored 4 goals, 2 today and 2 earlier in the week. What's been the secret for putting that ball back in the net?
It's just hustle. You got to be there when the other girls aren't there. You got to move up the field, make sure you're there for the crosses to move in. And just like Vossmeyer today, she sent that beautiful pass in, had a hustle, shoot it, get it to the back of the net. Hustle's your key.
Well, congratulations. I'm sure you're going to have a nice big smile tonight as you go home after the big 8-1 win. So congratulations. Here I am with the victorious Kyra Thompson, the coach for the Southside Archers, victorious tonight over New Haven. Coach, what were the keys to tonight's 8-1 victory over the Bulldogs?
Tonight we wanted to start the game with definitely emphasis on defense. We worked a lot on that yesterday, and today we actually showed up and we did very well in playing defense. I didn't think any times there was anyone unmarked in our defensive third, which was awesome. We wanted to make sure we kept possession of the ball, got our combination passes, tried to play from the outside in, and we did a good job of executing that.
Great. Once again, Kiara Clopton comes in for you and scores 2 goals. What does Kiara Clopton as well as Flores, what do those 2 captains mean to you?
Oh, those 2 definitely mean a lot, not only to me but as a team overall. I mean, just the leadership that they give, the unselfishness that they possess. I mean, it's just awesome work from the 2 of them. They work well together. They feed off of one another, so it's very much appreciated. I thought the 2 of them did very good tonight. Kiara did a great job of getting involved in the play, even if she wasn't the one taking the shot. I thought Ruby did a great job of distributing the ball and helping control the midfield, and I just think we did a good job of that tonight.
And you can't help but notice what Vossmeyer does back there on defense, but yet in the second half, you were able to bring her in, and she not only got an assist, but she too got a goal. So what's Olivia Vossmeyer mean to you and the Archers?
Voss has been special for us this year because she involuntarily was switched back to the sweeper position. She had previously played in the midfield area, so it was a switch, but she was willing to do what was best for the team, and it has helped us because she does well in the back, but then she also can be an offensive threat. So I think she was happy to get a goal because that's what she's accustomed to doing, and she just knows that whatever she can do for the team, she's more than willing to do.
Sure. And, of course, one last player, another senior, Darshana Nathan. She came up big on several shot attempts, only let one that I believe just went kind of over her head. What does Darshana mean to you?
Darshana is right now our backbone. She really holds it down in the back. If she wasn't there, we would let several more in. Just a great kid overall, very coachable, and wants to, be better at the goalkeeping position. Unfortunately, we did let the 1 goal in. We were hoping to get her a shutout, so that was tough. But other than that, I mean, she's always there. She's always motivating, directing from the back, and she did well tonight. So she's definitely come a long way, and she's continuing to make improvements each game.
Well, again, Coach Thompson, thank you again for taking some time, and congratulations to the Archers on a big win tonight, 8-1 over New Haven. Thanks. See you next week.